I love savory cocktails, and one of my favorites is the Bloody Mary. But you know, sometimes in warmer weather, those can be a little bit heavy. I'm Kat O'Dell, drinks editor for Eater, and today I'm going to show you how to take your Bloody Mary beyond the basics. I've been playing around with different variations on Bloody Marys, and there's so many different ways to incorporate tomatoes into really delicious, lighter beverages. This drink is so refreshing that this is really a tomato drink for people that don't like tomato drinks. I'm gonna start with our Kumato tomato, which I'm just gonna quickly cut in half and then cut in half one more time. So we're adding about 5 leaves of fresh basil. What you're doing here during this step is releasing all the flavors and the juices in the tomatoes, and then at the same time, you're releasing the flavor in the leaves. Let's take a lime right here. We're gonna go with 2 ounces of our fresh lime juice, 1 ounce of gin, and then finally we're gonna add agave. What I like about agave is that you need less of it. Now we're just gonna add some ice. Grab a glass, put some ice in, and then we're gonna strain this. To garnish, some basil leaves. Think about how dense and heavy a Bloody Mary normally is, and right away you can see this is so much lighter and so different. Maybe you would get a tomato watermelon salad. Why not turn that into a cocktail? Take a couple pieces of watermelon. We're gonna also use these yellow tomatoes that I have here. These tomatoes have a little bit lower acidity, so they're not gonna stand in contrast as much to the watermelons. To this, I'm actually going to add some Amaro, agave in place of simple syrup, 1 ounce of Vita Mezcal. And then finally, we're gonna go with lime. And you wanna shake it, drop in some ice, and strain our drink. We're gonna add a garnish to this. Grab a piece of watermelon, super easy, just sort of slice it down the center. A delicious tomato, watermelon, mezcal margarita. An unlikely combination of ingredients is tomatoes and strawberries. It doesn't really seem like it should make any sense, but when you put those 2 ingredients together, it creates this flavor that really makes you think. I'm gonna start by taking about 5 cherry tomatoes. Depending on the size of your strawberries, we'll add 2.5. We're just gonna bottle these. So I'm actually gonna add about 2 pinches of black pepper to this, 1.5 ounces of vodka, fresh lemon juice. Last but not least, we're gonna go again with the agave. There is a decent amount of sugar in the tomatoes and in the strawberries, so you really don't need to add all that much. Toss in some ice. Garnish it with a little bit of black pepper on top, and voila, you have a tomato strawberry daiquiri right there. All of those delicious flavors. There's so many different ways to incorporate tomatoes into really delicious lighter beverages.